Welcome to another episode of Will It Work? I'm Kevin. Today we're looking at Coleco Combat. This is one of the 70s era, maybe 1980 or something, standalone games, right? And it sort of predates Atari's Combat that came with the Atari 2600. Combat's a really fun game. If you've never played it, if you never, sat down and played a 2600, it was the pack-in title, and it was really pretty cool. I mean, basically you had a tank and your opponent had a tank. It was, multiplayer game, and, you would drive around a battlefield, which was just made up of little blocks, and you would shoot at each other. And to create some variation, there were lots of different modes in which you could have shots that bounced off of things, which was pretty fun because you never really knew where the shot was going to go, and you could kind of aim and get somebody in a certain angle. It also allowed for planes, like biplanes and jet planes and things, which the graphics are very crude. But it was still a lot of fun, and in terms of a pack-in title, lots and lots of people, when they were playing multiplayer in the beginning, were playing Combat. And, that was probably the first real good example of a pack-in game that people really wanted to play. And, we've seen many of that in later years, and we've also seen many pack-in titles that were just trash that nobody wanted to play. So this is basically a two-player game. You have these control handles, where you push forward to go. You can actually go in reverse by pulling backwards on these. If you want to turn, you got to turn like that. And there's a single fire button. There's 4 different modes. I don't know what they all do. We'll take a look when we go to the video. I'm not sure this is going to work, but I do have 2 of these. One has a broken handle. I bought it broken specifically for parts, right? Because if one didn't work, I could maybe cannibalize the parts out of the other one to get it going again. Maybe. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to take stuff off a circuit board and try and resolder it on there. But selling them as a set in the future might make it so somebody would. Overall, though, it's an old system. I'm not expecting it to work, to be honest with you, but these, at this point, with a lot of these 70s things, I'm lucky I get a display out of them. Okay, so I'll be pretty happy if I can get anything out of this at all. But Combat, sound comes out of the unit itself here, a speaker, and another speaker over there, and they're both used. It has 2 speakers, one for each tank, reset button, and it takes 6 C-size batteries, just like most 9-volt Pong systems do. So all right, let's switch over to the video side and see what we got.
Yeah, I gotta be honest, I didn't think this thing was gonna work. Now, this display's not great, but this system's really old, and at least it's kind of stable at the moment coming out of the VCR. I'm pretty sure it's in color. Maybe. It looks like it probably is, although those are pretty solid black and white objects. But let's see how we can do anything here. It's kind of interesting with these controls because you can go quicker or slower and it'll keep going until you break. Yeah, it looks like it's more red, blue. I can see it a little bit better on the VGA monitor. So it's basically like the old Atari Combat, except it's got these unique controls. It's hard to aim. Oh my god. Don't side with me in a war, obviously. Oh yeah? Ugh. Oh, that's interesting. So he doesn't really go away or move. So you can just keep going, I guess, and just it'll score a hit. Seems to be as it's warming up, you can start to see some of the display. And you can go in reverse. That's interesting. You can see some of the colors are starting to appear. I mean, again, this thing's super old, so it's kind of to be expected. Let's try a different game mode. Whoa. That's crazy. It just took off. That's like a computer player, I guess, or something. Well, it just drove right off the screen. Not sure what happened there. All right, that's game 2. Game 3. Let's try resetting. Ah, almost got him. I think that's just because the controls are kind of a little bit loose, so like they're moving forward. It's like maybe the cord is a little loose. Might be all right. Honestly, I can't see any difference in any of these games. Now I can't even see the game. So if I reset it, the map layout looks the same. Not sure what the difference is. Anyway, you know, combat on the 2600 gave you planes and jets and all kinds of things. So it's sort of like this isn't really, you know, any kind of better than that. But considering the time and the era it came out with and the different controls, it's pretty neat. I'm impressed it still works. I mean, it's just kind of like it's got these crazy handles and it's really old, but hey, what are you going to do? That's the point of this show, is to figure out if stuff works, and it does. So, Coleco Combat. Kind of impressed. I actually have another one of these. So it's got a broken handle, though, but I'm curious to see if it works at all. We'll find out. Thanks for watching.